back. What's up, everybody? Benja Welldone coming at you live on this beautiful Corona-free day. Today is Wednesday, March the 17th at 7:05 in the morning. How are you doing? So, you know what? I tried to, let me make this turn real quick. You know what I'm saying? Be a little bit more, safe. And for those of you that are just listening, it's raining and I'm making a turn and my car hydroplaned. But anyway, all good. So here's the thing, like, you know, I try to meditate, and I know that sounds very woo-woo when I'm saying that, very like holistic. No. Meditation is a normal thing. Let me just break that off real quick. All right. There's a lot of different forms of it, and that's not what this is about. But it's all about self-reflection. If you're self-reflecting frequently, if you're at peace and you're letting your thoughts escape, you are meditating. Okay, so now that we're past that, moving on. So I often self-reflect or meditate, unless that word freaks you out or whatever, just to learn a little bit more about myself. And when I look inside, and I'm saying this, you gotta hear me out when I'm saying, I don't like what I see. And I always feel very dissatisfied. But there's a caveat to that. If you were to stop right now and not listen any further, you would think this guy, you know, he's not in a good place. That's not what I'm saying at all. So keep on listening, okay? In my belief, and to me, okay, when I look at myself and I don't see the results that I want, that I expect, I work aggressively hard for it every single day. I set my alarm up in the morning to do more of what drives me and my passion in life, comedy, jiu-jitsu, to be better, to write more, to do all sorts of stuff before my day job and then after my day job. Okay, I'm completely dedicated. But my point is this. I feel like satisfaction is when your results start to stop. And I'm glad, in other words, I always feel like I'm not gonna say like not good enough, because I know I am, but I'm trying to say this. When I look at myself, I always feel like I can do better. And that's probably much better said. And I truly believe that feeling of being dissatisfied, that feeling of knowing and believing that you can do better, and then actually making yourself do better, okay, is part of what drives the best of the best to be who they are today. For that basketball guy to go out there and shoot free throws an hour before everybody gets to practice, and an hour after practice is over, okay? That feeling of not being satisfied is what pushes the writer, the artist, the creative engineer, or whatever it is inside of you that drives you to be the person who you really believe you are, the person who you intend to be, okay? And the person that you're creating from your thoughts into this world, a reality that you want to walk into and live. That's why I know that's a good feeling. Because when people start to believe their own hype, that's when they can easily either, I'm not going to say fall off, but even get pushed off by someone who wants it more, who believes that they're better, but they always see themselves as not good enough, so they keep pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing themselves to be better. Now that's what I call good dissatisfaction. Now it sounds like it's kind of complicated, but when I break it down like that, all of a sudden it sounds more simple. But trying to express this stuff out loud, when you know what you're thinking about, kind of like if you were going to talk to like a pretty girl. If you're going to talk to a pretty girl, you would more than likely want to have an idea as far as what you're going to say. But when you're expressing yourself and your thoughts out loud, you're externalizing these things, it's always harder, because how do you actually capture an emotion or a thought with words? It's very difficult. But then again, it's very easy. With right words, it comes across completely clear. So hopefully, I didn't lose you in the creative expression and trying to get across what I'm trying to say. But now that I've got it, the point is this. If you feel like, if you know that you're working past whatever limitations others set around you, or if you have a plus above percentile work ethic, you know, everyone says 100%, do 110%. Do more than everyone else is doing. If you know you're doing that and you still feel like you're not good enough, I think that's when you start to be a world champion. That's when you start to be a New York Times bestseller. That's when you start to come after bestseller after bestseller. That's when you start to rise not just above the top, but you become a name for yourself among them. Uncommon amongst the uncommon. And that's what I work for. That's what I dedicate myself for every single day. Now, if you've listened up into this point, I really appreciate it, because this is always about you getting to know me off stage as a stand-up comedian. And now I have a great show that I'm excited to do this Friday. And when I perform with all life, with my whole life, with every. I do not waste anybody's seconds. I have all my material be completely professional. It's clean, it's polished off, it's perfect. And even when I leave, I feel like it's not good enough. Somebody could say I did the best of the night. Somebody said I killed. But the second that I leave, I know I did well, but something inside me tells me that I could have done better. And that voice is what drives me and pushes me to be the best. That's just a little bit about myself you might not have known if I didn't have this. But the truth is that there are people out there. Maybe you're one of them. I know I am. But when opportunity and hard work meet together, that's when you create a good moment. So make those opportunities happen. Get those opportunities. Create those opportunities, because you put the hard work behind it. The way I do, the way others do. When you get that opportunity, you will outshine everybody else. And that's what you got to do. That's what you got to do. So, anyway, the reason why I said that is because I just left training jiu-jitsu, and I did really well. And the second that I stepped outside, I just felt like this burst of cold air. And it just immediately, I just had all these rushing thoughts come to me, which is kind of like two things at once. Number one, regardless of how good or great I did, certain improvements that I made, I got to get better. But to what end, or is there an end to that statement? For me, there isn't an end. I always have to get better at jiu-jitsu, and I always have to be better at comedy, because that's who I am. That's who I've always been. I'm a soldier, and I don't just say that in some stupid metaphor, how some people call themselves a soldier because they're hardcore in the streets. No. I'm an armed service veteran, Army, right? So between my work ethic and dedication and the thankfulness of other people before me, and people that still serve, part of what I do also, I do it for me, but in doing it well, in doing whatever that I aim to be passionately as a professional stand-up comedian and doing jiu-jitsu, how good I do it is my way of saying thank you to them. Thank you to those soldiers that are still serving. And that may sound very weird, but not to me. Because there's a lot of people that stand watch at night that keep everybody safe. You know, some of them wear a uniform, some of them answer telephones, You know, there's certain positions that are actually gatekeepers. And the way that I say thank you back is I take their appreciation, I take those freedoms, those liberties that I'm given because of the work that they do. And me doing a good job lets them know that I'm spending the time that they give me well. And that honors them. So, getting a little bit more deep than usual, but it's the truth. So when you see me on stage, or if you see me doing jiu-jitsu or something like that, know that my skill set, it isn't just my professionalism, it isn't just my unending work ethic, but it's also the respect and thanks that I have for the people that are fighting to give me the opportunity to be safe and to train and to work on my writing and to make people laugh. Now, I feel like when you have inspiration on multiple fields and that hard work and it all comes together, that's when you separate yourself from being common to uncommon, and then even higher, uncommon amongst the uncommon. So, you know, that being said, I'm Benja Welldone. Without further ado, might not always be this deep. Might just be talking trash about something that happened the other day. But every day is a very big day. And this is today. So I'm Benja Welldone. Until next time, keep listening, keep watching, come check me out. I'm Benja Welldone. Peace. See ya.